Hi and welcome to this short Daoist practice that you can do at any time throughout the day. Obviously the practice itself, you can do it much longer than this. This is just a bit of a teaser or a short one that you can do at any point at any day, just to wake up the fascia and the body and regain your focus again, and then allow those muscles to move around a bit and are very still alive when we sit down too much, really. So start with standing with your both feet shoulder width apart. So the feet, it's what's grounding you. So we will be oscillating in between the sky and the ground, but knowing that the ground is there and then you are connected to the ground. So your feet, just spread the toes and spread the feet out. Feel the surface underneath your feet. Feel like you've got suction cups underneath the valves of your feet. So your feet are gripping a little bit. So you're holding, it's almost like holding onto the floor, but without too much tension, just slightly. And this activates your leg muscles. And then you're drawing energy up from the ground, from the earth, and this helps you rise. So you're standing with your legs, not on your legs. Very active position, although relaxed as well. So there's no holding on for dear life. It's just you are here, you are present, you are grounded. This is it. So become aware of the space around you, where you are in this space. So you are very much present in this practice, here and now. And then be aware of your ankles above your feet. Release your ankles, but remain active. And then your knees above your ankles, they are soft, not bent, but soft. And then your hips, relaxed. Release your hips, yet active, but allowing your sacrum or your tailbone to drop down, because the legs here, the force from the ground, from your feet and from the ground beneath you is holding you up. So it's the legs, and it's almost like your stomach is pulling in, but these are just slight feelings, right? Or it's just slight. It's not like we're not holding on. It's like we are lifting up. So the ground, you are rising from the ground, and take a deep breath in. And your spine rises towards the sky. And then as you breathe out, it remains suspended from the sky. It's almost like it's a string holding you up from the universe, from the planets and the stars above you. So the standing, the grounding from the feet and the legs is rising you up from the floor, but then the spine is almost suspended from the sky. So this is a very active yet relaxed. So your spine and your tailbone is very relaxed. Breathe into your stomach, allowing the diaphragm to do the work it's supposed to do. And then breathe and fill the lungs and release the air out, emptying the lungs, but no force. So you're not squeezing anything out, or you're not forcing the breath into more than you can take, so you're filling. And when you want to release, you release. Releasing the air out. And when you release the air and empty it, and you feel that's enough, then you breathe in. Naturally, but full. Hands over the lower dantian, and this is an energy point, just 3 fingers below the navel, and then 2 fingers inside. And I will be mentioning the middle dantian, which is the heart chakra, here, which is the heart area, and then known as heart chakra as well in the yogic teachings, but the middle dantian in the Daoist teachings, and then you've got the upper dantian, which is here in between the third eye, or between the eyes. And then breathe into the lower dantian, allowing the stomach to expand and the sides of your chest or your rib cage, everything expanding, starting from the beginning, from the bottom. So first stomach, and then rib cage, and then chest rising towards the sky. As you breathe in, and then you breathe out the opposite, releasing the chest, the rib cage, and then finally the stomach goes in, squeezing the air out, but not squeezing really, just allowing the air to empty. And with each breath, the spine rises towards the sky and then remains suspended from the sky. Release your hands to the sides, and we're going to start oscillating in one spot in between heaven and earth, and allow your arms to hang down. And release tension in your joints and then the fascia. So this is an ancient Daoist practice of letting go. So it's releasing muscle tension and allowing you to release trapped stress and emotions in your muscles and in the fascia. So we can rotate to the side. The rotation is in the lower spine or in the spine. So there's only one rule to this. We are not some flippy doll here, right? We are an axle in between the heavens and the earth, but we can move from side to side in this axle. You can up with the arms. Just warming up that body, releasing tension. And your wrists, and this is really good to do if you sit in front of a computer all day. It's called joint flossing in sports medicine. And it untangles nerve endings that are getting tangled up as we're not moving properly. And it's allowing metabolic byproducts and salts to be released from the joints. Very good. Then we can do flick a leg as well. Release the leg. And lubricate the knees. And start shaking faster. And this you can do for a long time, for like 2 minutes or for 10 minutes or an hour. It's a wonderful way of warming up if you're training indoors. If you're doing your exercise indoors in the morning, maybe this is a wonderful warm-up. Get your heart going, the blood flow through your veins and the energies going through the channels, and then stop. Hands facing each other, palms facing each other. The Lao Gong point in the middle of the palm. Two of the gates of the body facing each other. And as you breathe in, the energy in between the palms expanding, and as you breathe out, it contracts. And this is really the energy that's in your lower dantian. See if you can feel the energy in between the palms of your hands. Become aware of it. And then hands to the side. Holding your hands, like gripping it with 10% tension. This is called wellspring palms, which means we keep the energy within our body, not releasing it. And the same thing as we are holding onto the floor, these suction cups under our feet is also closing the gates underneath our feet. Also got some gates there. Keep breathing into the stomach. We're focusing on releasing tension in the diaphragm. So many of us are just breathing very high up, which means we're not using the diaphragm as it used to. So the diaphragm should be there to help pull down and help to bring that air in. And for a lot of us, because there's a lot of tension here in the area of the diaphragm, it's like all the emotions, like this heart, and it's like it's all tight. And we're often breathing very shallow, so this is not being used, so it's really tight. So by breathing into the stomach, obviously we're not breathing into the stomach, there is nowhere to breathe, there are no lungs in the stomach, but the diaphragm, allowing the diaphragm to expand, we are softening, helping the diaphragm to soften and to move again, and healing it and allowing it to become what it should be. And as we are breathing in the diaphragm and moving down, we are massaging the organs underneath. And as it's going up, we're massaging the organs above, so the heart, and here underneath the liver and the spleen and the kidneys are all getting massaged, and the kidneys and all the organs are surrounded by fascia as well, and that becomes tight if it's not being used. And as we are not using, we're not moving correctly, we're not breathing correctly, the organs are not getting a massage as they should to stay healthy. And then we're going to close this practice. So we're going to press with the balls of the feet up so that we are rising, pressing down so that we're rising up. So press down and you rise up. And then the arms follow, gathering energy from the sky. And then flushing this energy from the universe, the universal healing light through our body as you breathe out. And then breathe in. And then breathe out. And thank you for today. I dedicate my practice, the merits of my practice, to all sentient beings. May they be healthy, may they be happy, may they be compassionate. Thank you for joining.